Hi class, this is Professor Crumpton. I understand some of you are having some real challenges trying to create the presentation that you're going to need to do to orally present your research. So I am making this video with the hopes that it will help to alleviate whatever angst you may be feeling. So I'm going to do a little bit of a creative presentation here, and let's see how this works. So I want you to notice first of all that I have 20 PowerPoint slides. And these 20 PowerPoint slides, I'm going to talk you through them first. These 20 PowerPoint slides are my presentation. And this is exactly what you should have right now. Right? You've done an assignment, for example, last week that asked you to go find images. And some of you may have wondered why I wanted you to go find images when you were still working on your research paper. Well, there was a very good reason for that. If you were not able to find images, or if you were unsure of the images you should find, it should have been an indication to you that your focus is not what it should be, because images should have become really crystal clear at that point. I'm going to change my presentation right now just so I can talk you through what I'm going to do as I prepare this presentation to show you how to make a Pecha Kucha. And of course that's not the way to properly pronounce it. I think it's Pecha or something like that, but I prefer to pronounce it Pecha Kucha. It just works for me. So stay with me. All right, I'm going to open my slideshow just so I can talk you through it and from the beginning. And Pecha Kucha is nothing more than audio and images brought together in such a way that you make a movie. That's the most important thing for you to remember right now, is that your final product is going to be a movie. So first you have to get the images, right? And getting the images means that you know what your topic is. You're going to create some excellent audio, and you're going to capture them both. So keeping in mind that Pecha Kucha is 20 images, 20 slides. You all have watched the introduction to this particular presentation style. You've seen examples of it, so you should be familiar with what it is. So I'm not going to spend time with that. And you also have picked your topic, right? You've done the research to pick your topic, and so now you're really clear about what that is. So where do you go get images? Well, there are lots of places, lots of different sites, and depending on your research, you have found some of them. But the internet is your richest source, and you may have some personal photos that will well complement your research. It's important that you get high definition images. Your images should fill the entire screen, just like this image you're seeing right here. Remember, you're making a movie. If you went to a movie theater right now, you wouldn't see any borders on the side of the movies. Typically, you wouldn't anyway. And in this presentation, none are expected. So you want to get high definition images. If you're not sure how to get a high definition image, you've got some work to do. Just Google it, and it'll tell you very easily how to get how to choose the image in such a way that it is a high definition image. Okay, and then you want to start with a presentation title. A slide that presents your presentation, right? Has your name there and the title of your presentation, and notice again the entire slide is filled. And so you're going to pick 20, you're going to now start to pick your 20 slides, your 20 images, and create 20 slides. Now the images I'm about to show you don't fill my entire screen, and that's because I'm giving you a tutorial. But if I were looking at your presentation, I'd expect to see images that fill the entire screen. All right, so now you've got your 20 images. What do you do next? You create a slideshow. And you're using PowerPoint to do this. So now you have 20 images, and you're going to put those 20 images in such a way that they create a slideshow. Okay. And now it's time to create your script. That is, what are you going to say about each of the slides? Remember now, you're telling a story. And this may be your most challenging part. You're not going to tell everything about your research because you cannot do that in 6 minutes and 40 seconds. What you should be doing is looking at and deciding what's the theme of my presentation. What is it I want to talk about for 6 minutes and 40 seconds? And for some students, you have to do that, your best to do that by preparing a script. Others of you, an outline. Some of you can just talk extemporaneously, right? You can just bring the slides up, you know what you want to say, and you can do that. But if you're not well versed or you don't feel comfortable doing that, my advice is to write a script. Remember, you're going to talk for every slide just 20 seconds because it's 20 slides, 20 seconds for a final presentation of 6 minutes and 40 seconds. Now, quality matters. I'm using a headphone that looks similar to this one. It's a really inexpensive headphone. I think I may have paid $10 for this headset that I'm using. But what matters most is where you position the mouth, I don't know what you call this, the mouthpiece, I suppose. And that is, you want it right to the side of your lips. You don't want it right in the front. It doesn't need to be touching, but you want to test it out and make sure that you can hear yourself and that it sounds fine. If you can't hear it, then I can't hear it. Right? If it sounds funny to you, it sounds funny to me. Please make sure you have excellent audio. So once you get all of that, you've done the testing, now it's time to record each slide. And on the ribbon on PowerPoint, there's a record each slide, record slideshow option. And you're going to start to record from the beginning. Watch your timing. It will tell you, PowerPoint will tell you what the timing is. And of course you want to stop, that's right, at 20 seconds. 20 seconds, 20 slides. For a total presentation of how long? You got it, 6 minutes, 40 seconds. And here's a slide that talks a little bit about how you can do that. But if you're at this point and you're not really sure how to do this, simply go to YouTube or some other internet web source and find a source and just watch it. This is a really easy process, I promise you. Part of becoming adept with technology is learning how to use technology in a productive manner. That's why I want you to do this. This is not difficult at all. It's just that you've never done it before, probably. All right, so now it's time to go to Screencast-O-Matic. And everyone has created an account in Screencast-O-Matic. And once you do your login, it will take you to another screen. And now you want to size your screen so that it's capturing everything within the dotted line. And I'm going to attempt to do that before I close this out so you can see how that actually happens. But by now you should have looked at the tutorial for Screencast-O-Matic. And this should be pretty clear to you how to capture something. But if it's not, let's see if I can make it clearer. Then once you do, you're going to now, once you're finished recording your PowerPoints. Now, let me say this to you. When you go to Screencast-O-Matic and you choose record, it's going to capture both your audio and your video. You don't need to do anything except hit record. Because remember, you've already narrated each of your 20 slides. And you've already created them as a slideshow. So all Screencast-O-Matic is going to do is capture it. And then it's going to ask you, where do you want to save it? You can save it as a YouTube video, a Screencast-O-Matic file. It's just important that you save it as a video file, right? And remember where you saved it, of course, because you have to share it with me so I can grade it. So again, what is this? This is nothing more than a movie, a 6-minute, 40-second movie. And that movie is like any other high-quality movie. It starts with high-definition images and excellent audio. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to my 20 slides. And again, I'm going to go to the beginning of this, so I'll go to the top. And let's say now that this is your presentation. And what you're ready to do is you're ready to now make this, to capture this by using Screencast-O-Matic. You've narrated each of these slides. Okay, I haven't done that in this, but you will have done that. Okay, so you've narrated each of these slides for 20 seconds. And you've saved it as a slideshow. So that's where we are. Okay, the stage has been set. I'm now going to minimize this. And then I'm going to open Screencast-O-Matic. That's what I have here. You notice that I've logged in here. You will need to log in here. And I'm going to say Start Recorder. And ordinarily, I would have already done this, and this would be happening. This would just be waiting for me to open it back up. But I wanted to take you through this to show you the steps. So that's why I've done it this way. Now notice, it's now ready for me to record. You'll notice that you see in the narration where it shows this little green bar. That's because I'm speaking into a microphone as I'm doing this recording. You won't see that when you capture yours because you will have already captured your audio. Alright, so now it's asking me, do I want to resize my screen? And I do. So I'm just going to hold down the Shift key while I go to the handle on the side, this white bar here, and I'll just stretch it out here. I'll go to this top end. I think I'll bring that in there. You don't need to see all that stuff up there, right? And then I can stretch it out here, right? And I can go to the bottom and get rid of my toolbar so that's not a distraction to my viewer. And now I'm ready to record. So before I record, though, I'm going to go back and open up my PowerPoint. So maybe I will bring it so you can see my bar. So I'm going to go down here to my PowerPoint, and I'm going to open back up my PowerPoint presentation. There it is. And just for this presentation's sake, I'm going to bring this up so you can see the top of the ribbon so you can see what I am doing. So now I've got my slideshow, and I don't need to record it. It's already recorded. What I want to do now is start it from the beginning. So I'm over here at the left, and I hit from the beginning. Notice it now has brought up my slideshow. I'm going to resize it, right? Because I don't need all this black space on the side. I'm going to bring this in. And these are handles, right? I'm just bringing the handles in so that I'm capturing the recording space. I'm outlining the recording space. Now I'm ready. And once I'm ready, I just hit the record, and it starts to record. 3, 2, 1 is counting down. And now it's going to record. And it would be changing how often? You got it. Every 20 seconds. And I'm going to change this manually because I'm speaking through it, right, as I'm creating this for you. But if you have done your assignment correctly, you'll notice at the very bottom, at 20 seconds or so, it would change. There it is, right? And now you would see the next slide. How long does this slide go for? You've got it, 20 seconds. And you don't need to do anything except let it, for lack of a better word, let it rip, because you've already done the timing. So notice I'm just going to manually change this just to keep it in tune with what we're talking about, but you wouldn't have to do anything because it would already be happening. Every 20 seconds, this thing would start to change. And so I'm going to let this go to 60 seconds, and then I'm going to stop it so I can show you the next step. And I just want you to be comfortable with doing this. You know, do it as a trial run. You've never done it before, so just do it as a trial run. Okay? All right. So we're going to stop this. And it's going to ask me what I want to do with my presentation. You know, actually it's not, because I'm creating this in a different program. So let me stop this in this program.